go for it.
Okay, you give us the thumbs up there, lady. Are we good to go?
It's still loading.
Says we're
I'll put my
live.
camera back on here for a second.
Does it say we're live, Adam? You can watch it, right?
Oh, I'm checking it out on
We
Facebook right
are
now.
live. You guys have fun.
Sweet. Hey, happy Friday, everybody. It's Kelli Lang here with ReMax Gateway, Team Kelli Lang, and I'm super excited about today's live post. We've got the whole team on. Say hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hello. Well, I'd love for everybody to go around and kind of introduce themselves. These are all the buyer's agents on Team Kelli Lang that kick ass every single day for their clients. And so last year we closed 190 transactions. We were the #1 team in Washington and voted best real estate company in Anacortes. So woohoo there, right? So I wanted to start, and Jay, why don't you introduce yourself?
Well, my name's Jay. I'm a long time, I was born and raised in Anacortes. My family's from Anacortes. Grandma and grandpa live a couple houses away, and I don't plan on leaving.
That's awesome. So let me ask you a question. What's your best vacation?
Oh, gosh. That has happened or will happen?
I don't tell either one.
Well, when I was 15, I went to Mexico. And, rules get a little loose in Mexico. And I went with grandma and grandpa, all inclusive. So I had a lot of fun.
Keep it clean.
No, it's clean. It's clean. Well, definitely Mexico.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, Alana, I'm going to let you go next. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and tell us your best vacation?
Hey guys, I'm Alana Noland. I moved to Anacortes 3 years ago with my fiance, who is a pilot for the Navy, and we absolutely love it here. This is home. Favorite vacation, I would have to say, would be when my mom and I went to Iceland about 2 years ago, and we got to go snorkeling through a continental divide between two different continents, and it was unbelievable. It was a trip of a lifetime.
Very cool. All right, Adam Baldwin, you're up.
All right. My name's Adam Baldwin. I'm a buyer's agent as well. Born and raised in Anacortes. And my favorite vacation, pretty much anything with hunting and fishing, probably as boring as it sounds, going to Kansas and just hanging out, going fishing, dying in the heat, 120 degrees. Pretty fun.
All right, Leah Courage, the longtime resident on Team Kelli Lang. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name's Leah Courage. Born and raised in Seattle, lived in this area for, a lot of years, spent about 7 years on Orcas Island, been in Anacortes for about 7. And are we on the, what's that?
Your favorite vacation too.
Oh God, it would have to be Hawaii. Alana will like this one. It would have to be Maui. This last trip that I took with my husband, we went on a couple excursions into the jungle. And the second one that we did, we found this ridge in the middle of nowhere, and it was surrounded by wild coffee beans and exotic birds. And I'm dreaming about Hawaii right now. It'd be a wonderful place to be at the moment.
I bet we all are wishing we were on spring break, right? Well, very cool, Leah. I'm going to ask the next question to you too. So what do you do for fun?
Oh God, get outside as much as possible. Recently, I've been eating a ton eating all the good food that my husband's been cooking. That's been my favorite pastime.
Thank you, John.
Yeah, thank you, John. But no, getting outside, playing with my dogs. I'm a musician and an artist, so I do that as much as I possibly can, but I've been enjoying this insane weather that we've been having over the last couple of days. And yeah, getting into the woods or on the water.
I love it. Love it. All right, Jay, I'll start back up with you. So what do you do for fun?
Oh, gosh. If I'm not working, 90% of the time I'm on a boat. It's going to be duck hunting or it's going to be fishing. In COVID times when I'm not working, it's been I've got a yellow lab, a 1.5-year-old yellow lab. So it's been a lot of dog training, Fishing's not open. So we've been getting out and about and having daddy-daughter time.
Open that back up.
That's right.
Nice. All right, Alana, what do you do for fun?
For fun, well, yeah, are we talking COVID times, out of COVID times?
Either one, right? Get creative.
Weird. When this is all over and said and done, I can't wait to go back to just hanging out with friends and family and traveling and trying new things. I love getting out there and seeing parts of the world that That, you know, I mean, we got a pretty beautiful piece of land where we are right now, but I love going and just trying new things and seeing new places.
Awesome. All right, Adam, what do you do for fun? I have a feeling it might be similar to Jay's. But...
Yeah, I'm not trying to copy Jay. Well, when I'm not hanging out with my beautiful wife, hunting, fishing, that's you'll find me and Jay out in the boat a lot. I really like cooking, whatever we hunt and fish for. I've been watching lots of cooking videos and trying new recipes. I got about 35 pounds of duck in my house right now, ready to make into burger tonight.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
I love it. All right, Leah. So we'll start you with the next question here. So what new skill or skills have you learned during COVID-19?
I would, you know, there are a couple I'd bring up. One has to do, it's very, very basic, but it just has to do with sanitation and sanitizing everything. And I find myself looking at my fingernails a lot more often. But the big, and actually getting to learn more about video conferencing, just like we're doing right now, and the importance of using Zoom and going Facebook Live, and finding all sorts of really neat ways to virtually connect with people. There's so many different platforms, so that's been enjoyable. And just remembering to reconnect with people after having not spoken with them for a long time, and making, you know, phone calls to people I haven't talked with in a while has been really, really enjoyable. So less of a new skill, but something I'm remembering to do.
That's awesome. No, reconnect with people. I love it. All right, Jay, you're up.
Well, along the same lines, I can disinfect a house in about a minute now. And I can categorize everything the client touched in my head, so I can run back through when they leave and wipe her down. But a lot of it, you know, just figuring out how to provide people with information and the opportunities that they're looking for in such a strange time, you know, whether it's Zoom, over the phone, emails, arm length away, having a talk, you know, it's just honing the methods to get them their information within the confines of the law.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Miss Alana, you're up.
A new skill. I think just like really getting into, you know, this whole COVID-19 has really flipped everything upside down for us as buyer's agents. And I think just getting to know the financing side of things and checking in with lenders. I mean, you know, in order to get some of these deals done during this time, it's been kind of crazy. So I've learned a lot of new parts about transactions that we don't necessarily, it's not really on us to deal with, but because things have been slowed down and, you know, we're just kind of checking in all the time, it's I've definitely learned a lot more about the process that goes on behind the scenes for all of us.
Nice. Adam, all right, what's your new skill?
Couple things I've learned, being like more attentive at the grocery store. You notice like everybody who like coughs and sneezes and touches their face and like touches the vegetables and stuff. So yeah, kind of try to stay away from there as much as I can now. But another one, if you know Gordon Ramsay, he's like a famous chef and stuff, and he has a really good hand washing video that I watched, and so I learned a little more about washing my hands.
You need to share that. That's for sure.
It's pretty funny, honestly. It is.
I love it. All right, Leah, we're going to start with you. Tell us a little bit about your family.
My family. I have a wonderful husband. I have two extremely dorky dogs that I treat like they're my children, and I dress up every once in a while. But no, it's me and my husband. We're very happy. I've got a sister in Seattle, a mom. She'll call me Pass, and then we're really, really lucky to have John's parents living close by. And yeah, so it's just us two, just happy little family.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, Jay, you're single and ready to mingle. Tell us about that.
Excuse me? Oh gosh, my family has such deep roots in Anacortes that it hurts. Like if I tried to leave, I don't think I'd be allowed to.
It would grab you back and suck you in, right?
Exactly. My mom, my dad, our high school sweethearts, they moved out when they were 17, you know, out by the ferries, because aunt and uncle used to own Charlie's, the restaurant, back when it was open. You know, great grandma lived on March's Point. Great grandpa was the fire chief. So, you know, everyone's around, and it's really a blessing because, you know, some people don't have that privilege, and I'm pretty lucky to know almost everyone in my family.
That is awesome. I love hearing that. All right, Miss Alana.
I was born and raised in Hawaii, so I have my whole dad's side of the family that's over there. And then my mom and I relocated to Southern California when I was 13. So thankfully, I met my fiance in high school. So his family all lives in Southern California as well. And we come from a long line of real estate families on both sides. So his grandma down there, she's 82 and she's still going to work every day at ReMax. She was the first female to open ReMax in Los Angeles. She owns about 15 franchises down there. And yeah, so it's been fun to start into this with, having the support of everybody and having them know exactly what I'm doing. And that's been a lot of fun. But up here, it's just him and I. It's my fiance and I. And we have a new addition coming, a little puppy that's coming next week.
What
And
kind?
it's a Cavapoo, so it's half Cavalier, half Poodle.
Oh,
I've had a dog before, so I'm so excited and figured this would be the best time to stay at home and train. And
nice. I'm sure Adam and Jay can give you some pointers.
absolutely, I'll take all the tips.
I got books.
I got the books.
I love it. All right, Adam, tell us a little bit about your family.
Yeah. So Madeline, my wife, and I got married last year in July, and we live together with our little puppy Benny now. Most of my family lives in Anacortes. All my immediate family does. They're pretty much all working in the family business, construction. But yeah, lots of deep roots around here. My wife and I have been together since middle school, so we've been very familiar with each other by now. But yeah, keeping it real, keeping it around.
Nice. All right, so I'm going to combine the next set of questions, which is basically, and I'll let Leah start here. Why do you love being in real estate? And maybe tell us one of your most memorable stories in real estate.
Oh boy. There honestly, the reasons that I love being in real estate are the list goes on and on and on. I love, first and foremost, it's two things. I love being of service to people. I love working with people one-on-one. And real estate is very intimate. You get to know your clients really well and help them do something that's tremendous, which leads me to the second part. I love real estate in and of itself. I love that in this country, we have the ability to own property. It's not something that's guaranteed in every country that you live in. And it's a phenomenal way to build wealth. It's a phenomenal thing to be able to pass down to future generations. And I work with people all the way from very, very first home that they've ever purchased to the last home they'll ever own, and absolutely everything in between. And it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure every time for all sorts of different reasons. And the biggest, I think, there are all sorts of fun stories that I have, but my personal favorite would probably be, I've got a wonderful set of clients and now set of friends who saw the property that they knew they wanted to buy in July of 2 years ago. It was July of 2 years ago. And for all sorts of different reasons, they couldn't make an offer. They had to put their home on the market, and then the husband had health complications. He had to have open heart surgery, and this was a really neat, unique property that should have sold. But the house waited for them. And then in November, so after 4.5, almost 5 months, we ended up getting them under contract on their dream house, and we ended up closing in January. So those kind of dream stories where you pair people with the home of their dreams that they're going to live out the rest of their lives in, there's nothing that beats the magic of that. And being a part of a transaction in that realm is so incredibly special. It's such a blessing. Every transaction that I'm a part of is a huge blessing, but the really magical ones that speak like that they just, I think about them and they make my day bright.
That's awesome. I love hearing those real estate stories. They're definitely magical. All right, Jay, give us one of your stories and why you love being in real estate.
I love real estate because I like seeing people smile. You know, you work for them, you're helping them make one of the biggest investments of their life. They're putting trust in you. And when you make it happen, it's like, all right. And, you know, you see that smile on their face. They're happy with you. You're happy with them. And, you know, it's just a win-win. My most memorable is it's a book being written right now. I've got a client going through a lot. It's an up and down every other day. We're driving an hour north, we're driving an hour, and you know, when we get that settled, it's going to be such a glorious day. You know, like I said, ups and downs every day. 11 at night. It's like, all right, you know, we wear a lot of hats when we do this job, and life coach is one right now.
Nice. You'll get there. It'll be really rewarding when they find the right one.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, Alana, you're up.
So most memorable story I have actually comes with a transaction that hasn't closed yet. This couple, I showed them a home in LaConner, and you know, we had checked out a couple others, and after the husband saw this one, he was like, you know, this is it. And the wife unfortunately wasn't able to make the viewing that day. Her father was in hospice at the time, and so when they went around to you know, make an offer, it was already gone. And so they were, you know, really bummed, and you know, we started back at square one with everything. The day that we were going to make an offer on another home in the area, that home suddenly became available again. And I think this leads into my favorite part about real estate is it's just so evident and clear that when a home is meant to be yours, it'll be yours. And I try to tell my clients that so that they don't get you know, too caught up in things or too attached to something, because ultimately at the end of the day, I've seen enough transactions happen that, you know, if it's meant to be yours, it'll happen. So yeah, that was my favorite story. And so we were contingent on their house, and now they've got an offer and we're ready to rock and roll to closing. So
I love it. Thanks for sharing. All right, Adam.
All right. Yeah. You'll probably see a lot of themes here, but working with first-time home buyers is awesome. Just seeing all the first for people applying for their first loan, seeing their first house, write their first offer. Just like watching the Zillow listing or the Northwest MLS listings come up, and just seeing one that you know your clients are going to love, and you send it over and they just can't get over there fast enough. And those are usually the quickest showings because they can't get you out of there quick enough to go write the offer. But I just love seeing them when their eyes light up. I mean, I'm sure we've all had like that tough guy who like, you know, he wants to just like keep a straight face, but he walks into that dream house and he just like lights up and he's getting all giggly and stuff. So just seeing that is really cool, seeing people fall in love with houses. But yeah, I mean, you see it all. It's all, you know, you're always surprised by the things you see and all the problem solving we have to do, and, you know, late night, midnight contract writing, and like Jay was saying, just, you know, kind of being a counselor for our clients. But probably one of my more memorable ones happened today. Had a client close after a really long process. I'll keep it short, but yeah, they went pending on a house over in Oak Harbor. And we were pending for about a month, and it was just one thing after another. Inspection wasn't going very well. You know, 60 grand worth of stuff to get fixed. So we ended up pulling out of that one. And then they found another one, a little nicer house with some acreage, and they just fell in love with that one. And then this whole COVID thing hit, and it was just roadblock after roadblock. You know, people aren't working, people can't get out there. I just felt really bad for them because it was just taking so long, but got it all closed today. They have a beautiful house with a beautiful yard. I bought them a little fire pit and a s'mores kit so they can have fires. They got lots of little kids, and yeah, they're very excited. And it was just cool just seeing them just smile so big when I handed over the keys, and yeah, just seeing their kids run around and play with Benny today. It was really cool.
Oh, I love hearing all these stories. It definitely warms your heart and just kind of shows how important and proud to be serving true. So as ReMax we have an awesome set of buyers agents out here that are out there ready to find out, that are helping make the process easy for our clients as well. So thank you so much for tuning in this Friday. I hope everybody's really staying safe and healthy out there. We're still able to show homes, so please just reach out to one of us and let us know if you need help. And we're going to hook you up and get you out there to help walk you through the process. So happy Friday, everybody, and make it a wonderful weekend. It looks like we've got some more gorgeous sun out there. So hike, bike, enjoy your family time together. So, all right. Thanks, everybody. Happy Friday. Thanks for tuning in.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.